My name is Nick Lippa, and I'm currently the GM of WBNY.
I need to ask you something, Nick. What is your bold prediction? Green. Interesting. What is in Green Bay Packers taking an offensive lineman?
No, it's my favorite color. That's what you're going to ask, right?
No.
Yeah, there is no one field you can really go into ideally where you're not doing something. I'm doing an internship at WBFO right now where I'm doing well because I have lots of production experience in a field that really involves broadcast script and journalism. Anything you do is you're going to have to take into consideration all elements of it. So the record, having on air, if you work for the Buffalo News, you have to be able to have the capacity to go on the radio and speak. If you work for, let's say, a production company, you may need to have the capacity to get in front of the camera to work with somebody or do something. Not all the time in production, but it's good to have those skills, especially if you're coaching or guiding somebody. If you are in PR, being able to understand production, communicate with people, understand script, do all these kinds of things, all these tools, they all are intertwined. And because of that, it makes having the collaboration between the clubs here on campus, BSC-TV, WBNY, The Record, all of these groups together, it's so important because from an educational standpoint, they're going to get a little bit of everything. And this is a time to learn. You want to be able to take these experiences, go to an internship ideally, and then get a job afterwards with the amount of experience you've received from Buffalo State. I think all three organizations coming together is going to be great. I think the big thing is everybody has their own identity, and I think that's going to remain that way. But the one thing I really like about it is I think it pushes each department to be a little bit better, right? When I'm doing BNY, you guys, everybody knows that's been here this year, how closely BNY worked with BSC-TV last semester, and this is 2016, so coming into 2015, with faculty help, with great students like Farah and Jared. They really helped prop up BSC-TV and bring it back out of the dark ages, and they've collaborated with BNY and done some really great work. This is exactly what it's all about, is figuring out what you're going to do, what you're going to create, and how you can incorporate different ideas to make it a more cohesive media experience. And that's what Stripes Media can really offer. It's incredibly important that you are aware as a communication student, or even not, you don't have to be a communication student to be in these clubs, but it's really important to understand what they do and their responsibilities, especially if you want to gain skills within media. A great example would be Farah, who is the current president of BSC-TV. She's a DJ here at WBNY. She trains here at BNY. She has a thorough understanding of what it takes to be a DJ here and the resources and time it takes to put on a good show. This makes her a more well-rounded communication major, as well as a better professional in the long run, as well as working together. So yeah, I keep saying work together, work together, work together. Of course, that's what we're going to do, but taking the time to learn little skills, again, I'll just keep giving you great examples right now, okay? I work at BNY, but I haven't had too much experience with camera work, okay? Now, I'm going to go under the wing of somebody for a sporting event. Let's say maybe we have too many people on a sports broadcast here at BNY, but BSC-TV needs an extra guy to go help with the camera and things like that. Somebody like the lovely Jared Sosner, who's done so much work with BSC-TV, he can help you out. He'll say, okay, well, this is what you're going to be looking for, right? Keep a wide shot. These kind of things. Now you're looking, oh, wow, I'm seeing this from a whole new perspective. I'm looking at this game as, how is this video going to look later, right? What am I doing to add to this media perspective for everybody else? It's a cohesive experience, and I will keep saying that. It is a cohesive experience, and you're looking for transferable skills to translate into the world outside of college after you're done. That's what combining can do. Sitting down, understanding The Record, BSC-TV, WBNY, all of their individual aspects and the strengths that you can gain from those things in those industries.
My name is Farah St. Cloud. My position at BSC-TV is president. I think the importance of student media for incoming students would be getting learning experience, hands-on experience, on the field experience, and understanding how in-depth communications can go as far as a journalist to a person setting up lights or a cameraman as far as setting up or rolling wires. I think the different outcome from class versus joining an org would be having more on the field assignments instead of just having a teacher tell you this is what I want you to do specifically. When you're out with an org, you have the leeway or the leverage to connect with other people, build a team, a strong foundation, also being able to work both fields, on the screen and behind the screen, content from 3 different places. And it also allows the 3 mediums itself to understand what each of them have to go through to produce something that's really good to put out to an audience.
Tony Callens, The Record, and WBNY. It's vastly important. It gets your foot in the door doing things that you will be doing in your career, hopefully. I mean, your classes can only prepare you so much but if you go to these clubs, you get all this experience that you just wouldn't get. For my personal experience, I've gotten to interview people, learn how to cover a beat much better than I would at a class. Get to know people, get to learn the ins and outs of writing, and it's just been a really good experience. Broaden your horizons. I've met so many people. The Record has been great for my career and getting a portfolio out there and all that, but at WBNY, I've met a lot of really awesome people. I've made a lot of friends there. That's where most of my social circle is, here at school. So being a part of multiple things on campus just helps you get that much more experience. I wish more people would get involved with The Record. We've been around. We're one of the oldest student-run newspapers in the country. Been around for 102 years, 103. And you'll get a bunch of experience that if you want to be in any sort of writing for a journal, for newspaper, even online. I mean, yeah, we're a newspaper, but it still preps you for online. It gets that portfolio out there. It gets your work out there. So if you're somebody who wants to write, you don't have to be a journalism major. I mean, you can go write for The Record. If you have an opinion about something, we have an opinion section. If you love sports, you want to learn how to cover sports, we can do that. If you want to write about news on your campus, spread the word, you can do that. And The Record lets you do all those things.
Slow jams with Mike Reed. B S C T V. Reed. Hi, I'm Mike Reed from BSC-TV. I am the promotions director. Going to be sports director next semester. I definitely learned a lot from this short time for me being here for this semester in BSC-TV. What I learned is the newsroom is a crazy, hectic place before filming an episode. I learned how to communicate well from the control room over here in the newsroom. That's key. I learned that being a part of the media is definitely stressful at times, but rewarding for the fact that I and many of my other colleagues got to cover a couple presidential rallies for BSC-TV.
I agree with BSC-TV. We are here at the First Niagara Center in downtown Buffalo, where Donald Trump is set to address this eager crowd.
It's rewarding to get that experience of being a part of the media for a presidential rally and getting experience firsthand. And so that's really stressful but rewarding. I feel like if you're a freshman, you're new to the campus, so you want to get involved and get out there. So I feel like Stripes Media, BSC-TV, BNY, The Record, is a good outlet for you to go and get your toes in the water, you could say, of the media industry, Stripes Media industry. I feel like freshmen, you will have 4 years here. So if you get your name in here as a freshman, you're in here for the next 4 years. You can run for an e-board position. You can, learn more experience early on, which is really important for the industry because when you get out there into the world. Like, it's a journalist. Some journalists just go out there, get their story, they shoot it all, they edit it, they do everything. And I feel like with being a freshman and coming in to Stripes Media, it would give them a good basic understanding of being a part of a club, being a part of the media industry. And so I feel like as a freshman, you should definitely take advantage of Stripes Media and what we have to offer here at Buffalo State. In the classroom, compared to what I've learned in BSC-TV, Stripes Media, and stuff like that, it teaches me, from what I learned in the classroom, basically gives me a basic fundamental of what I need to know to apply myself for the clubs. So with basic media production, it's given me the basic understanding of, editing format, Avid, Pro Tools, learning how to set up lighting, camera, audio, and I can apply what I've learned in the classroom to here in BSC-TV or BNY or The Record. And, writing classes can really help out for people who want to do The Record. So you will learn the fundamentals of how to be a writer, how to be a reporter, how to be an editor in the classroom setting, and apply those values, what you learned in the classroom, to Stripes Media. Clubs are very beneficial to students who want to work in the communication field. It gives them a grip of how to work in a newsroom, how to handle deadlines, how to handle stress in the newsroom. It's definitely opened my eyes to, the newsroom setting, because I thought as a reporter you just go in front of a camera, tell a story, and go off and enjoy your day. But it's definitely more than that. I learned that both in the classroom and for BSC-TV. Learning in the classroom through the classes, obviously, but through BSC-TV, that you need to get your hands on all the equipment and everything you do in the newsroom, because there's going to be days where somebody calls in sick or doesn't edit, and you're going to have to step in. You're going to have to, go in there and edit, shoot, record. You're going to have to go in there and work in as a producer. You're going to have to go in there and fill in for a DJ. You're going to go in there and write a story for your colleague. So it's definitely good as a student to get into these organizations that we have here on campus to better themselves and make themselves a viable candidate for when they leave college and go out into the job world. And for all of us here at BSC-TV, I'm Mike Reed. Thanks for tuning in.
Well, my name is Aaron Daniel Annis, and I'm an assistant professor of media production. Well, I think that students will get hands-on experience in media, but they'll also get hands-on experience in jobs that they may actually do when they're out of Buffalo State. So that's a big deal. I also think they get this different level of collaboration and teamwork and bonding that maybe you don't get when you're sitting at a desk. Most important thing in communication is your portfolio, right? If you want to get a job in media, then you need to do it, and you need to show that you have done it, because you won't have a load of experience when you come out of college, right? You'll have a degree. But what I would care about if I was hiring you is that you could do something, and this is your chance to do something. So I think in a club you have mentorship from other students who may have already had experiences you haven't had before, so it's a way to grow, but also to grow with not as much pressure as, say, in the classroom, when everything you're doing is graded. When you're with the student group, everything you're doing is just because you're passionate about doing it. So it lets you do what you want to do, but maybe in a less stressful environment. I think every student should join, if you're interested in something, you should join a club that lets you be a part of it. One, because it's showing that you care about it so much that you do it even when you don't have to do it. And two, because you get to know other people and start networking. And these are the people who are going to be having awesome jobs later on who you will want to work with. So this is your chance to get to know them now.